What's going on? It's me in my Subaru. Just wanted to share with you guys today the Echo Shadow X 3106, or the 10.5 foot 3-weight. My absolutely new favorite rod. I've been fishing it for a while now. So just gonna get out on the water here in Colorado today, play around with it. So being in Colorado, I made sure I have my Patagonia Puffy and my bill is extra flat. You know, I want to blend in over here. I do have New Mexico plates, so I don't want to stick out too much, but gonna hop in the river today and kind of break down what I love about this rod and why you should get one. Alright, so I'm back at the house and now I can kind of give you a close-up of the Shadow X, what makes it such a great rod, and what I personally love about it. So this is the rod tube that it comes in, so upgraded rod tube from what you would see before. I just thought I'd show it to you guys. It's pretty stylish. It's going to add +5 fishing ability. The Shadow X, I've been fishing it for the last month now. I probably have 20 days on the water with it, so I feel like I've really been able to learn its personality rather than just kind of fishing it one time and rushing to a review. So personally, it's my do-it-all stick. It's great for fishing dries. I fish streamers with it, and I nymph with it, obviously. Not only is it an excellent rod, but it's a huge improvement if you were a fan of the Shadow 2. I've been fishing the 10.5 foot 3-weight, the 3106, and I've also had the opportunity to go fish the 11 foot 3-weight, which if you live anywhere with some bigger water, would be an excellent rod. First thing you'll notice with the Shadow X is you got a down-locking reel seat, and you can also switch this out for a fighting butt. The kit also comes with counterweights, which will really help you dial in that reel. I have this as an Able Super 5.6 that I have on here, which was perfect for the Shadow 2, but with the down-locking reel seat, this heavier guy, it balances further down on the cork where I like it, but I would probably drop down a size. Looking for a reel maybe around 5 ounces, and then you can dial in the balance point with those counterweights. The big thing also with the Shadow X is it's a faster rod. It's going to snap back into a neutral position a lot better than the Shadow 2. With that, you're going to see more eats on your sighter. So I noticed personally I'm picking up a lot more fish on the drop when my flies are setting up under the sighter. Very sensitive. If you watch the fishing clip from right before this little review, you'll even see the sighter ticking. So it's been a big improvement. The other thing, it's a lot lighter of a rod. So the 10.5 foot 3-weight weighs the same as the Echo Shadow 2 3 foot or 10 foot 3-weight. What I also really like about the Shadow X is, I mentioned before, it's a faster rod and it makes throwing long, light mono leaders. I fish a really long leader and it'll turn that thing over I fish a lot of dry flies with this rod. It's spring here in the southern Rockies, so lots of BWOs are popping. Currently it's snowing, but our caddis hatch should show up here. And I've been fishing double dries and light dry dropper rigs, and that long mono leader is a dream to turn over with the 10.5 foot 3-weight Shadow X. If you're a fan of fishing streamers as well, you'll also really appreciate how responsive this rod is. I really like to jig streamers, particularly here in New Mexico on the Chama. And so having that rod snap back to neutral, I can stay tight to that streamer when I'm jigging it through the middle of a run. So that's been a lot of fun. The other nice thing with the Echo Shadow X is the alignment dots that you have on the front of it for putting your reel in, so you know what end is what on the down-locking reel seat. And on the back of the rod, rather than having alignment dots on the underside, they're on the spine. And Echo's done a cool job with that. So if you do decide to own all three, the 11, the 10.5, and the 10, you won't mix up the pieces. With all that being said, I haven't been able to fish the 3100, but I did have the pleasure of fishing with Norman Maktima, formerly of Team USA and 2018 National Fly Fishing Champion. He was a big influence in designing this rod. I think him and Pete Erickson were the masterminds behind this. So fishing with Norm, you know, he was talking about what he wanted to see and the changes that he wanted to put in place are everything that makes this a better rod. It's faster, it's lighter, and it has a down-locking reel seat and the ability to remove the fighting butt or keep it on if you'd like. Fishing with Norm, I also had the opportunity to fish the 11-foot 3-weight. So I really enjoyed that rod. If you live maybe in Oregon or Washington, Montana, Wyoming, somewhere with bigger rivers, you'll appreciate the reach of the 11-footer. I've always hated 11-foot 3-weights until I fished the Shadow X. It's so light in hand, it doesn't feel clunky. You know, that 11-footer, you wouldn't even really know it's 11 feet, you know, in hand. If you fish some of the older 11-foot 3-weights from some of the other companies, they are clunky, kind of cumbersome. But with the kit that comes with it to balance it out, it's really a dream to fish. I think I'll definitely add one to the arsenal here. And then speaking, you know, with Norm, the designer, I haven't fished the 10-foot 3-weight, like I said. He personally favors the 3106, the 10.5-foot 3-weight, especially for where we both live and guide here in northern New Mexico. Speaking to him, the 10-foot 3-weight's going to be a little faster. I haven't had the opportunity to fish it, but after moving to this 10.5-foot 3-weight from fishing a 10-foot 3-weight Shadow 2, I don't know if I want to go back. If you were a fan of the Shadow 2, you're really going to enjoy this rod. I mean, I don't have one bad thing to say about it. I plan on fishing it all season, and hopefully I'll be able to pick up that 11-footer. But if you have any questions about the Echo Shadow X or anything that I didn't cover that you wanted me to, I'm happy to. Just drop some comments down below, and I'll get to them. But happy fishing, and maybe I'll see you on the river. Maybe I won't. But have a nice day.